of Shade. Oh, I threw an ice cube at the computer. That is no bueno.
Is that what we're drinking next?
Oh, shit. There's ice flying everywhere.
Okay, I want to do this while we'll stop right here. And then I want to say, welcome to Brothers Beer Podcast. This is beer number 2. And that way I can cut this all up and put them on YouTube in 4 different sections.
What just happened?
I'm going to cut this video up.
Oh, okay.
But this is beer number 2. Woo! Hopefully this tastes better than that last shit. Now, some of you people that love KBS. What?
Tom and Lori says, shake it, baby. Roger says, damn you single kin, booty boy. I gave a little jiggle when I got the beers.
Woo! Yeah, this KBS, there's people that love this beer, so I don't mean to offend you guys, but I'm just different than you.
And that's fine. I mean, you're different than most people. Jen, they changed the can of Madtree Shade. I like this can better.
It's a blackberry tart ale.
Yes, it's a blackberry tart ale with sea salt. So I got some information pulled up on this. So this is Madtree Shade Tart Fruit Ale. If a shortcut through the woods beats the heat, why not take it? Though non-traditional, Shade's blackberries and sea salt quench thirst amidst a sunny day. Whatever the summer holds, feel free to kick back and relax. The tree has you covered. Comes in at 4.6% ABV, 10 IBUs. They only use pearl hops. They use white wheat, Pilsen, and acidulated malt with the adjuncts, meaning things that they add in that aren't beer.
Adjuncts.
That aren't malt, hops, water, yeast.
Adjuncts.
Blackberry puree, sea salt, and 6-acid blend.
Acid.
Acid.
It's good acid.
Jen says, shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Oh, this is nice and purple. Something I might like.
Jen really likes this beer. You'll like this beer. This isn't a sour per se. It's not a sour. It is a tart beer, but
Why is my computer crying?
we're really working it right now, bud.
Working it. Is that because you've been over?
I've talked about building a computer for the podcast studios, but you don't seem all that interested in it. So
I was very interested. And then what'd you do? Oh, yeah, that's right. Without any warning at all, you decided to build it for someone else.
I haven't guaranteed them anything. If you want to build it for the studio, that's why I have the parts.
We can build it for them and we can build one for me.
Oh, so you're going to buy all new shit?
Why not? Plus, you need the parts. You left the parts here.
Yeah. Jen says, I like it. Bring me one, please. We've got some in the fridge. I'm sure Steve would be okay with that.
You can have them.
So it's really hard to explain what this beer should be like. Usually with fruit beers and tart beers, the base is going to be just a base ale. So it's going to be like a base Kolsch or a base cream ale, something like that.
It smells really good.
A base blonde. This is probably a base blonde. And then they add blackberry puree into it and the sea salt and stuff like that. So the beer should be what it is, if that makes sense.
Just like they said that for Duke to win, they should do what Duke does, only do it better.
And they didn't.
They didn't. They did it not very well.
They didn't do it any better.
Oh, speaking of March Madness, you like that segue?
Yeah, that was interesting.
I just want to give a Hugh Jackman update on the Covino. Rich
Oh yeah, the March Man ass. Okay,
he lost.
Did he?
Yeah, but he lost to The Rock.
The Rock shouldn't even be in it.
Are you kidding?
I know.
Their final two. They're down to their final two now.
And it's The Rock versus
Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds.
Unbelievable.
Ryan Reynolds is amazing.
If Ken was gay. Hey, Christina. How you doing?
Let's try this beer real quick. So when I said it should look like what it is. So it should look like a purple beer or something along those lines because it's got blackberries in it. It should taste tart and possibly like sea salt, possibly like blackberries.
Do you drink with your left hand?
I do when there's a microphone stand in my way.
My ex-girlfriend said this problem when we go to a restaurant. She was left-handed.
You bump elbows and shit. Did I just hit your tattoo?
No, but we bumped my beer. But like, I would
Let
have
me-
to sit on that side.
Let me put it over here.
No,
Is that better?
I didn't like it.
I would hate to bump your tattoo. That would be. I would
you
feel.
can't on that side.
I'd feel terrible. Real fucking terrible.
It hurts like a sunburn, man.
It's because you're a little bitch.
I'm just a little bitch.
All right. So what are we talking about in segment number 2? Well, let's talk about the beer. What did you think?
I like it's like nice and tart. It's a little bit blah.
A little bit blah.
After what we just drank.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it's rough going from a KBS to a fruit beer. I mean, anything. We're drinking the fruit beers now, so we can get our palate back into shape to drink the last beer. But I didn't think I liked this beer, but it's really not bad. I mean,
it's nice and tart. Like you said, it's not a sour.
Right.
They're definitely tart though.
Sorry, the bottom of the screen just went batshit crazy. Their description was great. I mean, this is a beer that you could drink on a hot, sunny day.
I could drink this. It's not a, what do they call those coolers? Wine cooler?
Wine coolers? It's not a wine cooler. It is a beer.
But it's almost in that family, I would think.
A little bit. I can see that. And I like what they did with the can. I like this can a lot better. I don't know, Jen, what do you think? I like this can a lot better than the can that they used to have.
The other can was just a white can with like the tree was blue.
Right. All right, so what are we talking about in the second segment?
On this second segment, I'm kind of wanting to move into an area where we kind of like you
excel at
that bother you.
Oh, so things we excel at.
Things you just things that get on your nerves a little bit. But I was just thinking about this today. Actually, I've been thinking about it for a while. My first stop in the morning, I get to a company in London, Ohio, about 5 a.m., which just happens to be break time. And every day when I walk up to the door, there's people that work there that are on break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're outside the door smoking cigarettes, which I don't give a shit, right? But they're all sitting there smoking.
Okay. Right by the door.
I've been going there like 2 years.
Right by the door?
Right by the door where I go in. And there's a sign on the door that says no smoking.
It's a state law.
There's a sign on the door that says no smoking, right?
Yeah.
Well, over the last just 4 or 5 months, they've added another sign right across from the door, facing the door, that says no smoking.
Okay.
Now they've added another sign on the sidewalk facing the door this way that says no smoking. Right around the corner, there's one of those smoking fish tanks.
Yeah.
Where they put all the smokers.
Yeah. I have to go vape there.
There are 3 no smoking signs right there.
Well, that's because the state law says you can't smoke within 40 feet of a door.
But here's the only thing that bothers me is like, there's 4 or 5 people every day that are smoking cigarettes in front of those signs, right? And all I keep thinking to myself, I don't give a shit they're smoking. It don't bother me. You smoke all you want. I'm just thinking, what kind of people are these? Like, I don't trust any of these people. Like, they're smoking. They're looking at a fucking sign that says no smoking, and they're smoking. I mean,
that sign doesn't apply to them.
But they see it. I'm just wondering what kind of person are you? How do you sleep at night?
Because they don't give a shit.
It just bothers me, man. Fucking, I don't know why.
Oh, no, I get it. I do. I get it.
I don't know why it bothers me. It's just another 15 feet around the corner. There's that fucking fishbowl they're supposed to sit in, which I wouldn't want to do that either if I was a cigarette smoker.
Oh, try being a vapor.
You have to vape in there?
I have to vape in there. I either have to sit in my car or I have to go in the smoke tank. So I've got a jacket for the company I work for. Good thing I covered up my logo. I've got a jacket that has my company logo on it that I keep at work. I get to work, I take my jacket off, I hang it up on the coat rack, and then when I go out, I use that jacket. So, because I know I'm going to smell like smoke, because I have to sit in there. I can't vape anywhere else. Oh, yeah. I could walk out to my car, but I mean...
You're going to smell like the cigarette smokers and not the peach fruity cake.
It's Fruit Loops, thank you.
Fruit Loops.
And the funniest thing is all the smokers are all excited and happy when we're out there because there's 4 of us that vape. They're all happy when they come out there and we're there because they're like, oh, you guys make it smell good in here. And I'm like, yeah, and you guys make it smell like ass.
I love when I pass one of those smoking fish tanks, man, because I always act like I get my camera out. I'm always like, as I'm walking past them.
So, yeah, I get it. People that like intentionally do the thing that the sign says not to do while standing next to the sign.
Okay, do they even notice it, though? You know what I mean? Like,
they have to notice it. They're probably doing it because they're like, fuck the man.
Yeah.
Fuck the man.
But those are people I wouldn't want over my house. Like, I wouldn't want to have them over for a cookout. I don't know why I don't trust them.
Jen says, do you follow the speed limit signs?
Me, yes. Jen, yes. Sorry, I do.
Actually, Steve does.
I
I hate riding with Steve because I feel like I'm riding with your father.
I might be the only person on the planet that does, but if I get a ticket, it goes against not only my record, but also my CDL.
What's up, Bruce? I think Steve already said that, but what's up? So I do have one thing. I was not prepared for this segment because we didn't talk about it in advance, but I do have one thing that absolutely drives me batshit. Actually, Jen will tell you, I have many things that drive me batshit crazy, but the one thing that I deal with on a daily basis that drives me batshit crazy is hearing someone chew. And it's not just chewing. So, and Brad, I'm sorry if you listen to this podcast. I've already had this discussion with you.
Make a noise with your mouth.
I have already had this discussion with you, but you still do it every day. He'll come in the morning, and he sits right across from me, okay? So we're in an open cubicle environment, meaning the rows are separated by a partial partition, but the desks are not. Well, he sits across from me, so there's a partial partition there, but it's like the TV show Home Improvement, Wilson. So if we're both sitting at our desk looking at our computer, you only see, the eyes. So it's like Wilson. But I'm sitting there every single morning. He comes in and either gets like a donut out of the machine or some Pop-Tarts or something. And he sits there and I hear, oh my God. Oh my God. I want to murder him. So one day we're sitting there and I can't remember. Bruce, the beer we're drinking right now is Madtree Shade. The one we drank first was Founders KBS. I can't remember what I said. I said something that kind of annoyed him, and he was like, are you always this fucking annoying in the morning? And I went, you want to talk about annoying? At least you don't have to sit here and listen to me eat my fucking Pop-Tart every goddamn day. Oh. And he was like, what?
I can't stand to hear somebody chew.
And I was like, dude.
They say that that's some kind of an actual problem with you, though. Like it's a mental issue that you're having.
Oh, I know I have mental issues. But my thing is, like, it would be one thing, like...
But, I mean, there's an actual an actual diagnosed issue. If chewing like that bothers you. But it bothers the shit out of me.
He's not... And that's the thing, though. It's not like he's sitting there chewing with his mouth open.
Loud, right.
I don't hear him,
Yep.
But it's just that little... it drives me crazy. So that's the thing that gets to me every single. And I shit you not, it's literally every single day. It didn't even decrease or go away when I made it blatantly clear in front of everyone in the office. That's how I approached it. By the way, he tried to call me out on some shit, and that was like day 7 in a row.
He should have known not to call you out on something.
He does know. We've known each other for 20 years. He should know that he cannot play in my game.
You are not the one.
He is not in my league.
Well, plus he's meek.
He's not even playing the same fucking sport.
He's meek.
Yes.
Very nice.
And we don't mean Meek.
Guy.
We don't mean Meek Mill, the rapper.
Who's still in jail. Free Meek.
No, he's out.
Oh, he got out.
Yeah.
That's how much
Robert Kraft had a lot to do with that. Shade is a blackberry ghost. Kind of. Yes. It's a blackberry tart ale. They no longer call it a ghost. They used to call it a ghost, but it's a blackberry tart ale with sea salt. KBS is fantastic and ubiquitous now, which is good.
We're going to like our next beer, disturbing. Bruce. Now, I had some other topics I want to talk about here, but we're flying through this beer, or at least I am. I really like it.
Go ahead and talk about another topic real quick.
No, I just wanted to say, like...
what else annoys the shit out of you other than me?
This isn't really annoying me. It's just kind of how I'm feeling right now. It's like... I'm in this kind of mood right now. I'm really into this there's like a lot of new rock music that's really good, like Bring Me the Horizon and...
Well, I'm going to need to get some lists from you then, because I've been looking for some new rock music to listen to.
I don't know if you'll like it, though. It's kind of... I mean, I'll play some of it for you, but actually, I've been putting it on my Facebook all day today. I love this shit.
It's not like growly, barky,
No, well, it's kind of a mix of a growly. It's like aggression and melody. I don't know. It's weird. Anyways.
Roger, why did you just say, please shit me?
Please shit me. Roger he has a shit fetish. But I was thinking today as I'm listening to this music, and I just got this tattoo, and when I got my tattoo, my daughter told me, she's like, I don't even know you. I don't feel like I know you anymore, Dad. I was thinking to myself, like,
Dad, you've changed.
I'm right. I'm going through a transition in my life, but I'm way too old to be going through this transition. Like, I'm right on the edge of I want to be responsible. I want to be a responsible adult, go to work every day, pay my bills, start saving for...
Before you get any further, there's a name for this, Steve.
What is it?
It's midlife crisis.
Midlife crisis. But I started also thinking, like, I want to be fucking feral. I want to just go nuts, dude. I want to be fucking crazy. And I said, I started thinking, this is okay. I'm in my truck for 9.5 hours a day by myself. So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, I'm fucking John. I'm Jon
in
Snow.
your own head all day long.
I'm Jon Snow right now. I want to take care of that wall. I want to be on that wall. I want to protect the people from the north. I do. But I
thought the wall was to protect the people from the south.
We're protecting the people in the south from the people of the north.
Oh, you're talking about the wall in the Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about
Not
that.
Trump's wall.
I thought you were talking about Trump's wall.
The real wall. The one that's already built.
Gotcha.
But I want to protect the people. I want to be on that wall. I want to man that wall. But I also want to take a redheaded Scottish woman and just nail her in the floor of a cave. I want to live like a wildling.
And your cousin, sister, whatever Daenerys is to him.
Is that his cousin? Oh yeah, we don't know that yet. Stop it.
Well, we don't know that yet, but there's a lot of speculation
There's
based off of what happened in the last season. I mean, this isn't like earth-shattering news by any means. By the way, if you haven't watched Game of Thrones up until now and you planned on watching it before, I'm sorry, but spoiler.
I'm telling you right now, I saw this meme today. I put it on my Facebook. It said 16.4 million.
Oh yeah.
Game of Thrones viewers say that Arya
is the best swordsman.
And then Dog. What's his name?
I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about.
From Game of Thrones. He has his own Twitter account. The Hound. He put on there. This survey says 16.4 million Game of Thrones viewers are dumb cunts.
Dumb cunts. That's one of the reasons I love the English. You know why? They use the word cunt like it's part of their language. You use that shit over here.
That's a bad word over here. That's one of my words. Yeah, that word used to. But actually, Game of Thrones has really been.
Thank you, Sheila the Hound.
The Hound. He's a great character.
He is a great character.
I thought he was dead, man.
I thought he was dead 73 different times. I was certain he was going to die like every other episode.
I can't wait. That's what we're really talking about. Game of Thrones comes out.
Maybe we should do a Brothers and Beer live watch party during Game of Thrones.
Nobody would watch us.
Probably not because they're watching Game of Thrones, but we can get it out there.
9 days.
9 days.
April 14th, it's coming. Oh, and while we're talking about shows, real quick, I'm going to kill this beer. There's a new show it's not a new show, it's in its 3rd season that I want people to start watching. I don't know if you watched Justified or not. I've been talking about Justified a lot, but the guy in Justified, the main character in Justified, is in another show that I really like. It's called the Santa Clarita Diet.
I've heard of the show. I've just never seen it.
It has Drew Barrymore, and now I'm forgetting this guy's name.
I'm a little upset Drew Barrymore didn't make our March Woolman ass.
I'm not.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not. Anyways, all right, so we're going to kill this beer, and we're going to go on to beer number 3.
What's the teaser for beer number 3?
Oh, the teaser. We're going to talk. Okay, we got some stuff coming up we're going to talk about.
Well, first, the teaser for the beer is it's a collaboration between 2 breweries, but when I read off the name, I'm not going to mention them both because the label confuses the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I was confused when I bought it. I didn't know what I was buying, but then I was like, the label looks fun. So
I think it's another fruity beer.
I bought this beer because of the label.
I think it's another fruity beer.
And then we're going to talk about a little bit of April Fool's stuff, and we got some Justin Bieber.
Yeah, that's right.